week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, It allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw. Staying on his feet. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Touchdown, Raiders! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's loose. The ball bouncing around. And it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety.
4 sacks and a safety already. If you gave your coach those numbers in an entire game, he'd be ecstatic. Getting that type of production in less than a half of football, that goes beyond anything they expected coming in.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. There he goes, right side. 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 73 yards. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go. First quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second down, they'll run it here. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports.
16. Chiefs, nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. taken down just shy of midfield. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass it with a running play.
A 3-yard loss, 4th down now.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Yards that time on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground with White. And some room to run now. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Quickly complete out wide. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense has other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. We've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Safety ring, hurt. 18, pioneer.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's Hodges. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Right there, hurt.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mahomes going to throw. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not...
He's got a man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his target. That's Kohler. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On second down, they'll run with White. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, a run from White. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Mahomes to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ballgame, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, they're going to go with the option. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Big Lion.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Check contact. Check contact.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
A 39-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Kansas City.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Cameron Thomas now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers have to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
And I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And my goodness, another interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Second down, they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Pressure comes. Now Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. He's got room past the 30. 10. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Butker is on target as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. And all the way down to the 39. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Raiders, 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Here's White. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
When you spend your 1st-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0